y'all, today I have for you a slow cooker recipe. This is slow cooker root beer chicken, and I'm gonna go ahead and get started this morning so this can cook all day. It's got to cook about 7 hours on low. I'm gonna use bone-in, skinless chicken thighs. The recipe says that you can pretty much use any type of chicken. We're gonna have to shred this later, so boneless may be easier. This is what I had on hand, so this is what we're gonna go with. I've already put about 7 chicken thighs in here, give or take, 6, 7, 8, something like that. And we're gonna go ahead and sprinkle everything with our spices first. You're gonna need 1/4 teaspoon of oregano, 1/4 teaspoon of garlic powder, 1/4 teaspoon of onion powder, 1/8 teaspoon of cayenne pepper, about 1.5 cups of barbecue sauce over that. And then you're gonna pour your root beer over this. This is about 12 ounces, which is equal to a can. And you're gonna cook it, like I said, on low, 7 hours. And we will have to shred this before we serve. Okay, y'all, so I finished everything up. I started to it wasn't halfway through, but when it was close to being done, I went ahead and started taking all the meat off the bone and everything, and I stuck it back in the sauce for a little while, let it just kind of soak all that up. You do not have to use bone-in chicken. That's the most important part. You can, and that's okay, but you don't have to. If you don't, it just saves you a step. And I paired it with macaroni and cheese, and it's really easy and simple, and it's on budget. We are going to do some country style ribs, and it shouldn't take long at all. We're gonna do this on probably low for about 4 hours, but you need to get some country style ribs. So they're basically pork ribs with no bone, and this is something that you can do when you typically can't find ribs, the typical ones that you grill. You find these and you can use these, I would say, during the times that ribs are out of season, basically. Your ribs are usually only around during summer type holidays, stuff like that. So this is a time that you can still have some barbecue without, you know, all the mess of a grill and things like that. I put these in a sprayed crock pot or a lined crock pot, and you can do as many as you would like. I think these are like about 3 pounds worth. Sprinkle them with some onion powder and a little bit of pepper, and then I'm not going to add the barbecue sauce right away, but I am going to add just a little bit of water. So just a little bit of water in the bottom. Let these cook for about 4 hours, and then add the barbecue sauce right before we serve, and I will come back and show you. Okay, y'all, we are about midway through the day, and I took a look at the ribs. They're pretty much finished, but I want them to continue to cook because I want them to start falling apart. So what I did is I poured off. They're gonna have a lot of liquid on them, so you need to pour off about half or a little bit more than half of that liquid because you don't want it too soupy. And we're gonna go ahead and add our barbecue sauce now. Your favorite barbecue sauce, and you need to put as much in there as you want. I do about half a bottle. This bottle's about 40 ounces. That's pretty much a lot, but like I said, we've got about 2 pounds worth, maybe 3 pounds worth of ribs here. Later, I'm gonna show you what sides that we're gonna put with it as well. Okay, y'all, this is it. This is the end of the day. I'm starting to dish out supper, and this is what I paired with our ribs that we cooked today. Some potato salad and baked beans. I'll try to remember to put the videos for those below. I believe that I did do them before, and that way you can kind of get an idea of how to make those. Really simple, really easy, and definitely budget friendly. This one is called slow cooker orange chicken. First thing that you need to do is you need to mix up your sauce that you're gonna put on the chicken. So just grab a measuring cup like this, or you can just grab a bowl, and you need about 1 cup of orange marmalade, some soy sauce. Right, we're gonna double this recipe, so I need 2 cups of this. I'm just gonna put the whole jar in. I'm gonna have measurements down below for a family of 4. So if it looks like I'm doing a little much, it's because I'm doubling it. We're going to need some soy sauce and 1. I'm also going to need a couple of tablespoons of rice wine vinegar. This is something that you need to keep in your fridge for all of your Asian recipes. Comes in handy a lot, and you will need it quite a bit. And then we're going to need a few teaspoons of sesame oil. Also, sesame oil, you're going to need it a lot as well. We're gonna go ahead and put some ginger in. The ginger that you need is anywhere from a half teaspoon to a teaspoon, depending on your taste. I'm gonna go ahead and put about 1 teaspoon, so it'll be 2 half teaspoon measures. That was my garlic powder. I'm sorry about that. Same thing with your garlic powder. Just whatever you prefer. I just need to give it like just a kind of an essence of ginger. Whatever type of oil you have will probably be fine. You're going to take your chicken breasts and you're going to cut it into 1-inch pieces. And I used about 3 chicken breasts. Like I said, I'm doubling. And you're going to coat them in cornstarch and salt and pepper. And then you're going to dump them in your crock pot. You're going to pour your sauce over. And then you need to try to make sure all the pieces are coated in your sauce. We're going to cook this on low for a few hours. Since I doubled it, I'm not sure how long it's going to take. I'm just going to have to keep up with it. But if you're not doubling it, it shouldn't take but just maybe a couple of hours, 2 hours max. And you need to just try to start checking on it, make sure that it's done, and make sure that it's not scorching or anything like that, because you are cooking with a little bit of sugar in there. Alright, I'll see y'all in a couple of hours. Okay, y'all, so this is the end of the day, and this is the finished product. It smells really great, and I don't think it's going to be too much orange flavor. So it's really simple, easy. I stirred it a few times throughout the day and it finished perfectly. I serve it over parboiled rice, and I'm going to garnish it with some green onions. That's it.